morning. Right, apologies for the way I look. I've just got up and today is the first day of the Essens Keto. And I'm going to do my weigh-in before I've eaten anything, before I've drunk anything. I've just got my pajamas on and I'm going to do the weigh-in. So just bear with me while I turn the camera around. Right, so I've got these set to 0. I'll just step on. And there we go, 14 stone 8. That is lower than I was when I was doing the Essens Slims. So it looks like I've kept the Slims weight off. Okay, so I'm going to go and get dressed and then I'm going to make my breakfast. Right, so I've decided that for breakfast, I'm going to be having the vanilla porridge today. I'm just going to read the instructions, which it says... Let's have a look. Pour 180 ml of cold water into a bowl or other suitable container. Add 27 grams of protein powder, 1 levelled essence measuring cup. Mix thoroughly with a whisk and let stand for about 5 minutes. You can reduce the density of the porridge by adding a small amount of cold water. Heat in the microwave at 700 watts for about 20 seconds. The prepared porridge is intended for immediate consumption. Right, so I will get that made up in a few minutes. I've also got the Keto Firm, which I have got to take. On this it says 1 capsule a day in the morning or after a meal to be taken with plenty of fluid. Do not exceed the recommended daily dose, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you could take it in the morning or after a meal. So I'll take it now after I've had this meal. And this one is the omega-3 3 and 6. And that's 1 capsule a day as well, just to be taken with plenty of fluid. It doesn't tell me what time of day to actually take it. I've also got here the Essens Elixir. Now the elixirs can be used alongside the diet. There's no problem with that. I think it's only the aloe range and the Nutri-Essence range which you can't take with the Essens Keto because there's too much sugar content in them. So I'll be taking that. The dosage on that is recommended dosage and instructions for use. 20 ml of syrup per day, preferably in the following dosage: 1 to 7 days, 5 ml 3 times a day. And then on day 8 to 14, it's 5 ml twice a day, 10 ml in the evening, and then it goes on from there. But I'm just starting on this. I've not used this one before. It's silymarin. I believe it contains milk thistle and it helps detoxification, so that's going to help with the diet. The only other thing I've got here is an actual real cup of tea. I was reading on the website last night that you can have milk in your tea. So can you see I've got milk in my tea? 15 millilitres, 1 tablespoon of milk you're allowed in your cup of tea. Now I drink about 10 cups of tea, so what I'll be doing is swapping onto like herbal teas and fruit teas. Now you can have the fruit teas so long as they're like tea leaves and not a sugary syrupy sort of tea. So I've got some tea bags up here, so I will swap onto them. Otherwise I'm going to be consuming way too much milk because I do have about 10 cups a day, like I say. And other than that, I shall come back on once I've made up this porridge and let you see what it looks like when it's made up, and more importantly, let you know what it tastes like. Right, so I have prepped the porridge. I'll say a couple of things about this before I show you it. When you're measuring the porridge powder into the bowl, I would use a scale rather than the measuring scoop, because when I did a level measuring scoop it was more than the 27 grams, so I weighed it rather than use too much, because I mean if you use too much regularly you're not going to have enough meals, and you're probably consuming more than you need to. Yeah, and the other thing is as well, it says on the instructions 20 seconds in the microwave. It needs longer than 20 seconds. I found it was still cold after about 40 seconds. I probably gave it a minute in total. So this is what the end result looks like, and it is actually quite watery, so it's not really like a porridge oat consistency. It's quite watery, it's more like baby porridge. And this is the vanilla flavour one, so let's give it a go. Yeah, it's like drinking. It's actually quite pleasant taste to it. So this is the vanilla one, like I say. So yeah, you can taste it vanilla, and it is actually quite sweet as well. So yeah, it's nice though. It's nice. I can just about stand that. So that's breakfast, and I will come back and show you probably a shake later on for mid-morning. Morning, probably gone 12 o'clock by the time I have my second lot. But yeah, I'll come on and I'll show you that as well. All right, see you now. Okay, so I'm back again, and this time I've decided that I'm going to have the cherry and vanilla shake. It's about 3 hours after I've had breakfast, and the keto plan does recommend that you have a 3 hour interval between each protein shake or protein meal. And I think I'm going to have to shorten that a little bit, because I get up quite late in the morning, and if I was following that plan exactly, I'd be having my last meal about 11 o'clock at night. So I think I'm going to have to shorten the interval in between, but not by much, probably about by half an hour between each interval. So yeah, like I said, I'm having a cherry and vanilla shake, and this one says that I need to get 250 to 300 ml of water, lukewarm water it says, and then add 38 grams of powder. It says 1 full Essence measuring cup. Again, I've just measured it out, and it is actually over, so that is 38 grams because I've just weighed it on my kitchen scale, and it is actually over the amount of the scoop. So I would still recommend that you do weigh your powders, etc. 250 ml of water already in there. Now it does say to either whisk or stir, but I have this little device which I got out of another shaker that I had already, because as I've already said, I've done these meal replacements before, which is why I wasn't looking forward to doing this one, if I'm honest. So if I just screw that on, give that a shake. That spring inside it just helps to break everything, all the powder up and everything. So give it a good shake. And then it says you need to allow it to stand for 10 minutes, and then it's ready for immediate consumption. So I'm not going to keep the video running. I'll come back on in a second after 10 minutes, and I'll have a taste of it and let you know what it tastes like. Right, so it's been 10 minutes since I prepared my shake, and now I'm going to see what it looks like. I mean, you can drink it straight out of the shaker, but I want to be able to see what it looks like, so I'm pouring it into a glass. Okay, it's quite thick actually. It's like thicker than a milkshake would be normally. Smaller glass perhaps. Put that for washing. That spring has made all the difference because it's actually quite smooth. So let's give it a taste. This is the cherry and vanilla. You can taste the cherry in it. Yeah, it's actually nice that. I like that. Yeah, that's good that. So in addition to the shakes and the omelettes and the pancakes, I am supposed to have between, I think it's 300 to 500 grams of vegetables per day. Now, when I did my unboxing, I actually said I don't particularly enjoy vegetables, but what I'm going to do is make a soup out of it, so that I've got something warm to drink in between meals. Now, the reason for the vegetables apparently is it provides your body with the fibre and keeps it, what did it say? It basically means that your digestive system is still working, because there's not a lot of fibre in these. So you need your vegetables as well to increase the fibre in your diet so that you stay regular. So I will be making a soup later out of courgettes, and maybe throw a bit of broccoli in there as well. But I'll be making a soup later, and I'll show you that as well. All right, see you soon. I thought I'd give you a quick update and tell you what I'm doing with regard to the soup that I'm going to be making. Basically, all I've done is chop up 2 courgettes. In this pan here, I've got broccoli florets. I've got a stock cube, 1.5 pints of water, stock cube, and I've thrown broccoli florets in, and I've seasoned it with a spoonful of curry powder and some salt and pepper, and I put some salt on these just to make them sweat a little bit. And I'm just throwing all of this into the pan, and then I boil that for about 20-25 minutes until it's soft, and then get a hand blender and just blend the whole lot together. So rather than keep you watching while it's cooking, I'll put it back on when it's finished. Okay, so I've made my soup. I've been using my hand blender in there, and I've now got a nice thick soup, and I'm going to pour that into this big microwavable jug and save the rest of it, put it in the fridge, or if I'm not going to eat it, well, I am going to drink it tomorrow, so there's no point in me putting it in the freezer, but if I wanted to, I could do. And then obviously I can drink that as and when I feel peckish, or I need to drink it anyway because I've got to get my vegetable intake in. So I will be drinking it in between my meals, and it tastes bloody lovely. This is a recipe from years back, so it's the way to get your vegetables if you don't like vegetables. Right, so I shall see you later when it's tea time. It's tea time on the first day, and I've decided that I'm going to be having the omelette with bacon flavour in it, and I'm going to throw in a few mushrooms as well to get my veg count up. With this one, you need to put in 130 ml of cold water, 1 whole egg, and 27 grams of the powder. Now again, that's to weigh it because the measure isn't accurate, but you just put all that together in a bowl and then just whisk it up. Don't season it or anything, it's already seasoned. And in addition to that, you can put some olive oil into a pan, because you're allowed up to 2 tablespoons of olive oil or flaxseed oil, rapeseed oil, healthy oils. You're allowed 2 15ml tablespoons every day for that. So I want to try and get this a bit smoother because it's a bit lumpy at the moment. Okay, that will do. And I have already heated this up, I think. I'll put the right hot plate on. You can tell I don't cook, can't you? Okay, so I'm going to pour that in there, and that can be cooking. And then I'm having that with a green salad, just cucumber and lettuce with some balsamic vinegar and some seasoning on it. Essence have recommended like putting dried garlic powder on it. Now I haven't got any dried garlic powder, so I can't do that, so I've just had to settle for salt and pepper. And then that will be my dinner. After that, I've still got 2 other meals to have. Now, as I said before, it's going to be getting a bit late on at night, so what I'm going to do is I'll have a shake about 8 o'clock, And then around about 10:30, I'll have the chocolate shake, but I'll have it warm, so it's like a hot chocolate, and I'll have that before I go to bed. And then I might start a bit earlier tomorrow, otherwise I'm not going to get all these meals in. So I will not come back on today because I'm just going to be having shakes. I'm probably going to give that nut shake a try. Never had a nut shake. I have no idea what to expect from my nut shake, but I can tell you tomorrow what that tastes like. And I will come on tomorrow. Now, I don't know whether to do another weigh-in or not. I'll probably step on the scales myself and see if it's worth showing you what the update is, because I'm not really expecting to lose much weight in the first couple of days, because it takes 2 to 3 days to enter the ketosis stage of the process. So tell you what I have done. I've ordered some strips off Amazon that measure your ketones in your urine. So I have got those to see when I do actually enter ketosis, and then I'll be able to know how long it's going to take me, because everybody's different, and it takes some people longer than others. So it'll be interesting to find out how long it does actually take me to enter ketosis. Right, so I am going to enjoy my dinner when it's done. I will let you know tomorrow what it tasted like. Bye now.